I hope today, inshallah, we will live with the Prophet ﷺ when the Hajj started. We have worked, last time we were talked with the Prophet as if you are with him in the Hajj that he performed. But we stopped at a point of what did he do when the Hajj finished. His days finished in Mina, in the area where people witnessed his call when he used to ask people, when he used to go to the Arab tribes so he could call them to Allah Azza wa Jal. And they used to be very filthy in their talk. They used to curse him, and they used to attack him. And he, alayhi salatu wasalam, remember all of this as if the alleys of Mina reminds him of the past, the harsh past that he lived in calling people to Allah Azza wa Jal. Ameen. When he alayhi finished the days of Mina, they asked him, where are you going to go? He said, in a place called Khuraif, of the people of Kinana. It's an area where people have swear at the people of Mecca, they swear to Allah to stay disbelievers. So he went. So the tribes, they have decided to boycott the tribe of Bani Hashim, not to buy anything, not to marry from them, not to deal with them in any way possible. So they boycotted his family, his tribe. They did, and they put a covenant and they put it in the walls of Kaaba to show to stress on their aggression on the Prophet ﷺ. So he, alayhi salatu wasalam, he used the same place that they made this unjust treaty to stay in it, to show his gratitude to Allah and to face the disbelievers in the place where they have plotted against him. And now it is a place of guidance, a place of victory from Allah Azza wa Jal to the Muslims. And he, alayhi salatu wasalam, came back to Mecca victorious, surrounded with more than 120,000 pilgrims. So he chose that so the memories could be connected with today. So he will say what Allah said: we are to support our messengers and those who believed in this life and in the day of judgment, when the witnesses will get up, and the day that evildoers will not help them their work or their tribes. That place is called Al-Jammeza for those who live in Mecca or know Mecca. So he prayed Dhuhr and Asr and Maghrib and Isha. So our mother Aisha, she wanted to complain about her pain, to tell him. She said, oh Prophet Allah, people go back with Umrah and Hajj, and I'm coming back only with Hajj, because she had her period. So she had the reward of Umrah and Hajj, but because people, they did this independent Umrah, so she wanted to have independent Umrah just like people did. So she wants to have her own Umrah, single Umrah. So he said, alayhi salatu wassalam, you got what they have. You have the same reward. they will go back with the same reward. You're gonna come back with the same reward, because the person who made Quran, he will combine Hajj and Umrah. So to stress about in Hajj about Quran, and we really made this question. Some people came from Medina late. They came on the 8th, Al-Fajr. Can we make Umrah in 1 hour? Make Tahallul and then make our Ihram, and this way we have combined the Tamattu. So the Sheikh is saying that they have this problem with Hajj, but he said if you that Allah Azza wa Jal said those who made Umrah and then followed with Hajj. And here Allah put a connection, so He is saying that if you came in at Duha time of the 8th, then you're already too late. If you came after that, if you came before that, yes, you can make Umrah, make Tahallul, and come back. The difference between Qarin and the Mutamatta, they're the same, except for the intention. That the first one I make, but the intention is different, and he brings his own hadi. The difference is in the intention. But our mother Aisha here, she still found so she said, "Oh Rasulullah, I find myself that I didn't go around the house until I make Hajj." So the Prophet ﷺ always wanted to give her what she wants, so he called her brother Abdurrahman, and he tried to take her and let her make Umrah. And he said, "I'll wait for you over here." See, he said you get the reward in Umrah as far as your capability and your effort and the money you spend. So she said, I went with Abdurrahman and I made the Umrah. Then I came back to the Prophet ﷺ, and he was still in Al-Hasba, that area called Hasba. He did not move. And the Shaykh recited a poetry that the poet always say about the Prophet ﷺ, that he chose to sleep or to stay after he finished his Hajj. So he took a nap until the first part of the not gone, and then in the last part of the night he went with those who were with him to the Kaaba to make the tawaf. So Aisha came to him right before he left. He said, "Did you finish?" He said, "This is the area of your Umrah." So this opened to people that the people of Mecca can make Umrah after Hajj. So whomever did Umrah and want to bring another Umrah, he can do that. And it's not the first time we get the blessing of our mother Aisha is when she is allowed to do this. That means it's allowed for all people. So he can perform Umrah after the Hajj. So he alayhi salatu wasalam called to leave among his companions. So when he wanted to take off to go to Mecca, then his wife Safiya, and she was sad because she had her period. She said, "I feel like I'm delaying you." He said, "Didn't you make the tawaf at the day of Nahr?" She said, "Yes." He said, "Okay, then go ahead and leave." Which really you get then as an exception for the woman who has her period, that she don't have to make the tawaf of goodbye. If she already did the tawaf of the day of the first day of Eid, then she don't have to wait because she had her period. But this exception only for the woman who had her period after the first day of Eid. So Salama also complained that she is sick, she cannot make the tawaf. So he said, if the Fajr came in, then use that time, stay on your camel and go and make your tawaf behind people while they are praying, because no one will be in front of her, so she can invest in that time to make her tawaf. So he alayhi salatu wasalam went to Mecca right before Fajr, and he went to the masjid and he made his tawaf. When he finished, the Fajr started and the Adhan came in, and he prayed with people, and he recited Surah At-Tur, and he was taken, and this is the last time he prayed in front of the Kaaba. The last time he looked at the Kaaba was that Fajr prayer. And then he left alayhi salatu wassalam from Mecca, from Isbaram, from what is called now Ash-Shibika. So he alayhi salatu wassalam left that area, and he stayed and he stayed in the same place where he stayed, like in that Khamis. And then he left, and people did not know that he is saying goodbye to them. He was saying goodbye to the whole life. People did not know that his days these are his last days, that he has finished his mission on earth, and he has fulfilled what it was due on him on only a few days, and he was following Allah, or he was with the hands of Allah Azza wa Jal. This is the return of the Prophet ﷺ to Al-Madinah. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to make us to follow them, and to let us enter from with them, and to gather us with them and with all the prophets and messengers. From the things that you also see at Hajj, a woman came and asked us, "I'm a believer, and alhamdulillah, I believe in La ilaha illallah, I made the shahada, but I don't believe in the stoning. We are taking a stone and we're hitting a stone. Something that don't make sense to her. Why is it that we're doing? I believe in general, but in my heart, they have something of a doubt, or I have a concern. I can't understand it. So why is it that we are stoning this stone? The Sheikh said that first of all, it is following the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, because he's the one who has thrown in front of everybody, and he said, people, take from me your virtues. The second thing, it is to remembrance of what happened to Ibrahim alayhi salam when Allah ordered him to slaughter his son, and he went to do it. The shaitan stood in front of him, so he should not to do it. So he stoned him 7 times. So he appeared again, and he saw him 7 more times, and he did the 3rd time. And this is why people do it. This is a remembrance and reliving what Ibrahim alayhi salam did, where the shaitan wanted to stop him from fulfilling Allah's order. Also in it you have a humiliation to the shaitan when he's stoned in the same place that he has tried to block Ibrahim alayhi salam from fulfilling Allah's order to him. Some people say that there is the grave of somebody in Abul Ghal, and people are stoning his grave. First of all, who is this person? He is a person from At-Taif, that the tribe of Thaqif, they have sent him with Abraha al-Habashi, who wanted to destroy Al-Kaaba, and he wanted to show him the way to Kaaba. And when he received or he arrived to Maghmas, he died. And the Arabs used to stone his grave. But this is something separate. It has nothing to do with the stoning of Ibrahim alayhi salam, or what we do as Muslims who worship Allah Azza wa Jal. And the going between Safa and Marwa, it is also, as the Prophet ﷺ reminds, this is to relive what Hajar went through when Ibrahim left her in an area in Mecca, and her son is with her, and he was still breastfed, and he left her some dates and some water, and when the water finished, she got thirsty, and so did her child. He was going around with pain from thirst and hunger, just like any baby. So she could not look at him, so she went from Safa, then went to Al-Marwa to look if there is anybody around that she could seek their help. She could not find any, and she did that 7 times. So the Prophet ﷺ said, and this is the sa'i of people between the Safa and Marwa. So this is to relive the sa'i, or what Hajar, our mother Hajar, went through until Allah sent the angel and opened the well of Zamzam. And the Prophet ﷺ said, this is a cure for diseases, and it is a good food. Also, the tawaf of the Kaaba is not to worship the Kaaba, but it is to the owner of the Kaaba. And the Prophet says the body went around the Kaaba, but the heart made tawaf to Allah Azza wa Jal. And you cannot do tawaf except for this place. So whoever made tawaf around any grave or anything like of that sort, then they have initiated something in the religion of Allah that Allah did not order, did not permit. So when Allah ordered us to make tawaf on the old house, then it became a virtue of worship. Just like Allah ordered us to prostrate to Adam. So prostrate to Adam is ibadah, is virtue. Because Allah Azza wa Jal who asked the angels to prostrate to him as of honor, not out of worship. And stayed alone until the time of Yusuf. So it was Allah to do that. But he raised his parents to the throne. And he said, "Oh my father, this is what the explanation of my dream. Allah made it reality." In our religion, Mu'adh came in and Mu'adh, he prostrated to the Prophet ﷺ, thinking that he is more dignified than the priest and kings. He alayhi salatu wasalam replied, "What is this?" And he told him, "I'm prostrating to honor you." He said, "If it is allowed, it is only to Allah Azza wa Jal. No matter what you do, it's not going to be except to Allah Azza wa Jal. The prostration only to Allah." In summary, when Allah Azza wa Jal ordered people to make tawaf, then it became worship as of obedience to Allah Azza wa Jal. But you cannot make tawaf in any other place. Is not allowed that these virtues will be accused of shirk, as some people are trying to say. The Prophet ﷺ said, Allah made the tawaf around the house, and all of these virtues were done so they could establish the remembrance of Allah. So the action, or what you say during your when you're glorifying Allah Azza wa Jal in your heart, so all the movements are worship to Allah Azza wa Jal, because you are fulfilling what Allah has ordered. So what you say of words, it is dhikr. People say obey Allah. They don't say to the Kaaba, they say we have obeyed you, O Allah. So all of this is remembrance of Allah Azza wa Jal, whether it is with the condition or the status. So either with the saying or with the doing or with the action. And when Umar ibn al-Khattab was making tawaf on the house of Allah, and he used to say about the black stone, "I know you are just a stone and you don't benefit, you do not harm, and if I did not see the Prophet ﷺ kissing you, I will not be kissing you." No one bring benefit except Allah, and no one will take the evil except Allah. Some of those who throw the stones, they think like the area is the shaitan. They think that they could settle a score. Like someone went and he said, "Listen, Iblis, I'm not gonna curse you or I'm not gonna cuss you or hit you. Just leave me alone. I'll leave you alone. Let's not fight. He said, I'm not coming to hit you or harm me. Leave me alone. I'll leave you alone. Also, from the other funny things, that someone who was very mad is cussing, cursing. Somebody said, fear Allah. He said, why are you, is he your relative? Leave me, settle the score with me. It's between me and the shaitan. And this is from the wrong understanding, that people need to correct their own knowledge in this. Also said that a woman came to Al-Kaaba and she made the Kaaba behind her. And somebody said, turn your face. She said, I did. He said, I've done some bad things. I cannot face Allah. I cannot face Allah. So that's why I turn, because I'm afraid to show my face, because I have a lot of sins that she didn't know how to face Allah Azza wa Jal. And this is from the funniest that happens around Kaaba or in Hajj. I mean, it was also said a woman came in. She saw too many people making Hajj. So she was abreast. He said, is my voice going to reach Allah in this crowd? And she was saying, oh Allah, leave all of these people and stay with me. Her imagination cannot understand that Allah, He hears all of them at the same time. And He answered them all at the same time. And nothing could distract him from another voice or a call. The problem is when you if you are making the creations like the Creator. Allah's vision is not like anything else, and so is His hearing. So you should not compare the Creator with the Creator with His creation. And no voice He will not hear, or accents, or languages. Praises all to Allah Azza wa Jal. Ibn Abbas was asked, how do Allah Azza wa Jal He got them, or He listened to them? He said, just like He gave sustenance to all of them. He don't tell them stay on Allah so I could take care of you. No, He gave them all at the same time. And the same thing, He could settle the accountability at the Day of Judgment. There is nothing like Him. Allah knows and you don't know. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to gather us in His love and His Day of Judgment with His inshallah.
مثل نوره كمشكاة فيها مصباح